Welcome back to Singer Dad Reacts. My name is Josh, and I'm actually going to be doing another new artist reaction here. So I'm doing two. I just finished doing the Disturbed Sound of Silence reaction, so that should be out on my channel as well. And with this one, I'm doing KZ Tandingan. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And her cover of Rolling in the Deep from Adele. Of course, the song itself was written by Adele, Laurie Blue Atkins, and Paul Richard Epworth. So I'm going to dive right in with the lyrics here. And this is from the singer competition 2018, by the way. So there's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out of the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. You're going to wish you never had met me. Rolling in the deep, tears are going to fall, rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hand. You're going to wish you never had met me. And you played it to the beat. Tears are going to fall, rolling in the deep. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you, and I'm going to make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair, making a home down there, 'cause mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. You're going to wish you had never met me. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. Okay, it repeats. Repeats again here. You had my heart inside your hand, but you played it with a beating. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turned my sorrow into treasured gold. You pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. Then it repeats the chorus. But you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat. Yeah, so it's all about, like, it almost kind of personifies the heart, right? Her heart. And that this lover or person that she's singing to had her heart in their hand and just crushed it or toyed with it and captured it, and she's filled with despair. That she talks about, her tears. A lot of her tears, and that one statement she did there was pretty powerful there. Let me find it. Yeah, think of me in the depths of your despair, making a home down there, 'cause mine sure won't be shared. Yeah. Wow. So in other words, whenever you are experiencing despair and having those despairing moments, that's going to be me striking back at you for the pain that you caused me type thing, right? So this is a deep-seated despair and hurt that the song talks about, right? So that's my take on it. So let's jump right in. Now, the video I have queued up, I did find, and those of you familiar with my channel know that I like to kind of find the videos that have a little bit more. So maybe they have like the stuff that happens before they perform or the stuff that happens after. And I like to watch that. And if there are English subtitles, then a lot of times I'll read those so that they get translated into the other languages. So I have people kind of say, hey, why are you reading the subtitles? So that's part of why I do it, as a favor for those who don't speak English and can't read English. And then what happens is when I speak it, it gets put into my subtitles. When YouTube automatically generates my subtitles, they hear me speaking it and they generate the English subtitles. And then when I translate, those things get translated so those that are not able to understand or read English can experience what happened before and after as far as the dialogue and things like that. So that's why I do it, for those that may not understand why I'm reading the subtitles, the English subtitles. So anyway, I do have the English subtitles turned on. I'm not sure if this is the singer competition, so there could be some Mandarin involved with when they announce the singers and things like that. So I'm prepared for that. Here we go.
So you know Casey Tandingan? Have you ever heard her song?
So you know Casey Tandingan, have you ever shot? Oh yeah, she's very much known here. We like her a lot because she was in the X Factor. The X Factor winner.
X Factor Philippines is Casey!
X Factor Philippines. Okay.
Congratulations!
Casey.
You know, this is a girl who comes from
very humble beginnings,
but still managed to rise up.
I mean, she's our first representative. Filipino singer
in the Philippines.
Filipino singer in the Philippines that really hated big mainstream.
Her voice is
She's not a traditional diva.
Mold, but still.
Her voice is really not traditional.
I've actually watched a couple of episodes.
Still, I've actually watched a couple of episodes of the singer.
I'm very excited to finally meet
all of the contestants.
That I think is a very good opportunity to share the Filipino culture.
Share the Filipino culture to the Chinese.
She was born 92, so pretty young.
What a shame. She was born in 92, so pretty young.
Okay.
I'm so bad at maths.
I'm sorry about it, Master.
She was actually here watching
She said
the
she was
whole
fine.
thing last week.
She was actually here watching the whole thing last week.
What's that? No.
接下来我们的演出竞演马上就要开
See
始。
that on the end to see yet my
Find
location.
the show really special.
Find the show really special.
Took almost
Mr. Ha took almost 40 minutes
just introducing the band, just giving respect to each and every member
of the band.
And watching them live challenged
Watching them
me
live challenged me to
who I
show
really am as an
who I
artist
really
and
am
what
as a
I
person,
can bring in the
what I
table.
can bring
Because I saw
to the
that
table.
every performance,
Because I saw that every performance,
their
performing
last
as if it's their
performance,
last
I told
performance.
myself, you know what, you
Told
should
myself,
follow these guys. And then after watching
you know what, you
live,
should follow
made
these
me
guys.
realize
And then after watching
which
live,
song I should perform. I
made me
should
realize
sing
which song I should
something that set
perform.
me apart from all
I
the
should
other
sing a song that
singers.
sets me apart
The
from all the other
audience get to
singers.
see a lot of different kinds of music.
So the audience gets to see a lot of different kinds of music. Jessie J.
Well, please breathe. That makes me sad.
Wow. How much taller Jessie J is.
Did you plan this?
No, I'm going to the toilet. The only toilet that I can use is just
That's
this.
awesome.
This is your room. You'll see me all the time. Sit down. Come on. Okay, sit down. What's your name? Casey. Welcome to the show. And I'm not your competitor, I'm just your friend. I'm just
That's awesome.
Compete with you.
Oh God, no, please compete with me. Like in a fun way.
To be honest, when I saw her, I couldn't breathe because who I am. When I was in high school, I
was in high school,
almost stopped
I
singing
almost stopped
because I couldn't reach the high notes anymore.
Because I couldn't reach the high notes
Because,
anymore.
I had a polyp on my vocal cords.
Because I had a polyp on my vocal
I heard
cords.
you.
And then I heard you.
And then I realized,
And then I realized,
I didn't have to hit those high notes
oh, I
to
didn't
make
have
a
to hit those
difference
high
as a
notes to
singer.
make a difference.
So I started singing.
That's it.
again.
So I started singing
Yeah.
again.
And who I am as an artist now.
Who I am as an artist now, a big chunk of that's because of you. That's awesome.
Oh my God. It's gonna make me cry. Please don't ever give up or stop. Just
You know, when I'm sick, I don't not sing the song this high. I just take it down.
When I'm sick, I don't not sing the song this high. I just take it down a few keys and sing it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
You know, I'm more inspired.
Imagine, like,
yeah, go for it, man. Imagine all the people in the whole wide world doing the show. It's on us. This is bigger than the show.
It's about being able to leave a mark.
It's about being out to leave a mark.
No, you never ever make it. The perception of what you are from
you never ever make it. The perception of what you are from other people can never be what you are to yourself.
I've been talking to her for more than 3 minutes now. Oh my god.
This is the longest conversation I've had in English for
okay,
weeks.
talking to her for more than 3 minutes.
Okay, come on, let's take a picture. You're so small.
Yeah, and I'm wearing heels already. You mean how short am I?
She's so small. She's
rolling in the deep.
Rolling in the deep. There we go.
来了 ，Hazy。
And there's Hua.
Come on, girl.
You got this.
We could have had it.
Hey, come on, my girl.
Rolling in the deep.
It sounds like she's using the kind of some type of a vocal effect. That's cool.
And you played it, you played it, you played, yeah.
This is different. That's cool. Wow. Okay. So yeah, like I said, she's doing some type of effect with the mic, with her voice. I don't want to say it's auto-tune, but it kind of has that kind of sound to it. You know, that sound you kind of hear when the voice is kind of being put through something like that. So I'm sure that's part of just her style, her effect on this particular song. I'm just wondering if she's going to turn that off for this part of the song, or if she keeps it going through the course of the song. But yeah, she's got an interesting take on the melody, and she's kind of switching it up. It's really cool. Her voice is very sharp and resonant too. That's a cool flavor to it. It's almost kind of like jazzy. Yeah, she took that effect away now.
Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your shit bare. See how I live with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart.
Oh, that's cool.
Reaching up, fever pitch and was bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking.
I like how she did the staccato thing right there. That's cool. Sorry, I kind of stopped it in a weird spot. I meant to pause it before she started the phrase. Yeah, she's got an interesting take on it. She's kind of doing this D-E-E-E, right? She's kind of adding different little flavors to it. It almost kind of has like this more of a staccato kind of, it's almost kind of like a salsa feel, right? I mean, just kind of when I think of like a salsa dance type thing, that's kind of the flavor that I'm getting from what she's doing with it. But yeah, she's definitely making it her own. And that's the cool thing for me, and that I love to see with artists, is when they can really take a song that is well known like this one is and really kind of put their stamp on it, right? And she's definitely doing that with this and kind of adding her own kind of take. And I don't know if this is classic KZ, if she does this a lot as far as this kind of style that she's using with this song, or if this is unique to this song. As I do more reactions of her, I'll kind of discover that for myself. But if you guys want to put anything in the comments as well. But if I'm being honest, I'm kind of glad that she took like that kind of vocal effect away for this latter part of the song, because I like to really be able to hear. I'm one of those people, right? I like to be able to hear what the voice sounds like without being altered. Not that I'm opposed to any type of effects, but I wouldn't want to hear like an entire song like that, right? I would want to hear, and I think it's good that she did kind of the first part, and now she's letting her natural voice come through. But yeah, she's got a really good tone. I don't know if you caught it from when I was trying to read the subtitles, but she had a polyp apparently in her voice that they had to remove, and so she had to kind of work to get her voice back. Sounds like something similar to Marco from Nightwish, right? Where he had some kind of throat surgery. I can't speak to that. I haven't had anything like that myself, but that's got to be really hard on a vocalist to have to go through that. So props to her. I mean, she's really bringing it. This is a great performance. Let me go back a little bit. It's kind of a weird spot. I paused there. That little staccato thing that she's doing though, with where she's bouncing it a little bit more, that's really cool. That right there, yeah. She's definitely like a performer. Oh, that's cool. She's rapping. She's good. Wow, that's fast. Wow. Sounds like it's Filipino. Wow, that was fast. Wow, she's a performer. No question. She's very comfortable. You hear how she's kind of making it she's putting the sound forward a lot to kind of, and that's kind of that pop sound, you know, if you hear kind of that not a nasal quality, but it's kind of more of a sharper sound that she's producing there. And that happens when you kind of put the sound forward a little bit more up through this area here. And that kind of gives it that kind of, it's not a twang, but kind of that same timbre, right, that comes through. And I think that's part of just like the natural tone or timbre of her voice is kind of more like that. It's kind of a sharper sound, but I think she's kind of adding a little flair to the song, and so it comes through even a little bit more. So that's just something I noticed. She's got these little runs. They're awesome. Oh, that's cool. Good breath control. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Wow. She worked it.
太爽了，真的。太棒了。
谢谢你们，谢谢。
Sing, thank you.
谢谢我们的 KZ 谭定安 ，Amazing 。
没有为大家揭晓，就是
Wow. Yeah, so she's a fireball. She's definitely a little firecracker. I like that. And this is part of why I do the stories before, right? I'm so glad I did that with her because it gives me more context into kind of where she comes from and what she's overcome to be, to become the artist that she is. That's really a cool story. That she dealt with that polyp on her throat and thought about kind of giving up and not continuing on with singing. And then she was inspired by Jessie J as an artist and decided that she was going to pursue it after all. And how cool is it now that they're performing on the same stage in this competition? And so it just goes to show that you should pursue your dreams. And this is, I've said this before, I think, in one of my other reactions, but, I always told my kids growing up that one of the words I didn't like to hear them say was can't. Because as soon as you limit yourself and as soon as you say, I can't do this, you're keeping yourself from accomplishing dreams and stretching yourself and really, pushing the limits as to what you can accomplish in this life. Because there's nobody really that sets the limits on us other than ourselves. And so props to her for not giving up and pursuing her dream and being able to, come full circle and be on the stage and be able to meet Jessie J. That's awesome. And she showed by her performance that she deserves to be there. She's a natural. She's a complete natural. And she gave an amazing performance of that song, and it's completely unique from any other cover I've heard of this song, and I liked it a lot. It was great, and her voice has good tone quality and resonance, and she's got good control. And she's got really good instincts, you can tell, as far as trying different. What was cool was, and I've said this about other performances, is that she maintained the core rhythms of the song to the point where you could recognize this is Rolling in the Deep, right? I mean, the identity of the song was intact, but it was different enough where you were like, okay, this is the KZ version. This is definitely unique, different, not just a cover where someone just comes in and sings it exactly like the original artist. She definitely had her own spin to it. She changed it up as far as kind of rhythmically and added these kind of inflections and different things. And then the rap, I mean, that was cool. And how does a person talk that fast? I don't understand how people like rappers and people can do the rapping that fast. That's crazy. So yeah, she's great, and I look forward to more reactions of KZ. So, please put down in the comments your suggestions. I noticed she had some others reacted to, like her take on Royal, and I think it was Say Something was the other one. I think I almost did that one, but I was just really curious to see what her take was on Rolling in the Deep. So, and I'm glad I did. This was a great performance. Anyway, so thank you again for your support. And as I mentioned before, if you haven't already, if you could please subscribe, click on the notifications bell there to be notified of any of my future reactions of KZ or any of the other artists that are coming up. And as I mentioned before, I do have merchandise now. So my new logo, you can see that out on my channel. If you go to the store option on my channel, there's a tab there, and you can see some of the different styles. There's t-shirts, there's accessories and sweatshirts and different things out there for you. If you want to get some Singer Dad apparel and support the channel, I would appreciate that. It's very helpful to me. And again, I hope that you can kind of learn from KZ and the example that she set, and that is, follow your dreams, believe in yourself, know that you are special and that you can accomplish great things in this life, and that you are loved, and if you need to come to my channel to feel that love, then so be it, and hopefully we can show you that, and you can feel that coming through in the music and in my reactions. That's part of my goal with my channel, is to create a safe haven, a place where many of you from around the world can come and really be inspired and uplifted and entertained and feel that connectedness that we all can share through the music. So take care of yourselves, and thank you very much.